tell you a story. Are you ready? This is John. He first learns by listening. Listening to family, hanging on to every word they say, sing, and read to him. And as he grows up, he'll start talking, singing, and eventually reading for himself. Well, sort of reading. John's family takes him to a high-quality preschool where he is supported by caring staff and continues to grow alongside his friends. He also has plenty of opportunities to read at home with support from his family. From the moment he starts kindergarten, his family and community make sure he attends school every day. His teacher and family keep in contact to share his progress and what they can do to support him at home. Because of this, John can begin third grade ready to succeed. He can transition from learning new words to reading books every day. When he leaves the third grade and continues reading throughout the summer, he starts fourth grade ready to learn. But that's only the beginning of this story. Because when John's a rock star reader, he'll become a scientist, business owner, or anything he can dream of. John can be successful simply because he can read. And his ability to read makes him prepared to learn. He can graduate high school, ready for what comes next. He can further his education and prepare for a career he's dreamed about, all while earning a salary that supports himself and his family. Even start his own business, all of which makes a positive impact on his community and our state. But let's flip back a few pages, and I'll tell you a different story. A story that is a reality for 7 out of 10 of Arkansas's children. In this story, John rarely gets to talk, sing, or read with others. He also doesn't have access to a high-quality preschool. From the moment kindergarten begins, he misses several days because he doesn't have a ride to get him there. He also misses several days because he must travel to doctor and dental appointments because of his asthma or dental problems. The truth is, John doesn't really get why he goes to school in the first place. His teacher doesn't talk to his family much, so there are no expectations or plans to help him learn when he struggles. John realizes that some kids are doing really well, and he's secretly embarrassed that he isn't. But in the end, school is just really boring, because his learning experiences don't seem to provide him what he needs. When he tries to read, he really looks at the pictures because he can't seem to wrap his head around the words on the page. John feels like kindergarten, first grade, second and third are all the same. At the end of third grade, he gets a passing grade and goes on to the fourth, although he doesn't quite feel ready. His summer is boring, a lot like school. He doesn't look forward to the fourth grade because he worries what his classmates will think. He just isn't a confident reader or student. John isn't able to read to his potential, so he's unable to reach his full potential. He certainly won't be ready for what comes next. Any opportunity to expand his education may prove as difficult as finding a good job. He may have trouble working to support himself and his family. As the stats show, he's likely to fall into the cycle of poverty that's all too common in our state. Seems like fiction, right? The fact is, by the end of the third grade, 69% of students, that's 7 out of 10 of our students, cannot read at the level they should. Many students leave the third grade unprepared for what comes next in school, ultimately leading them to graduate lacking the skills they need to succeed in college or the workplace. Many students grow up in places where resources are lacking or are unavailable. And these stories are all over Arkansas, from our rural towns to our urban cities. But our story isn't finished yet. As a state, we have the power to write a new story, one that's better for our students, ourselves, and our state's future. We have to write a story in which every Arkansas student reads at grade level by the end of third grade. We have to start writing a better story for ourselves now.